Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am back with Tim Minchin. He's been hilarious so far. He's also got a good singing voice, actually. And this song is called, or this performance is called The Good Book. We'll see whether it's primarily comedy, sarcasm, uh, music, or a combination of all three. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a little button there. You can just push on that. Thank you for everyone who has already subscribed. And also thank you for all the suggestions, recommendations, and information. All right, let's get started. I have not heard The Good Book by Tim Minchin. I'm guessing he's going to be addressing the Bible, or sometimes I call it the Bible, but I could be wrong. He could go anywhere. Let's see.
This next song requires a boot.
Okay.
If you're one of those people that finds the sort of bashing of religion and stuff tiresome or offensive, just give me 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Life is like an ocean voyage, and our bodies are the ships. And without a moral compass, we would all be cast adrift. So to keep us on our bearings, the Lord gave us a gift. And like most gifts you get, it was a book.
I'm guessing people are supposed to be disappointed because they get a book. I loved getting books as gifts. I was always a reader from almost as early as I can remember. So books were not always a disappointment. But I get it. When you're a kid, you sort of want toys too, right? So sometimes a book is a disappointing gift. I think that's the joke there. I'm sure you already know that.
You get, it was a book. I only read one book, but it's a good book, don't you know? I act the way I act because the good book tells me so. If I want to know how to be good, it's to the good book that I go, because the good book is a book and it is good and it's a book. I know the good book's good because the good book says it's good. I know the good book knows it's good because a really good book would. You wouldn't cook without a cookbook, and I think it's understood. You can't be good without a good book, cause it's good and it's a book, and it is good for cooking.
Okay, so you have that circular reasoning, it's a good book. How do I know it's a good book? Because the good book tells me it's a good book, and a good book would know if it's a good book, wouldn't it? So you just have this circular reasoning. Reasoning probably doesn't even belong, but
I tried to read some other books, but I soon gave up on that. The paragraphs ain't numbered and they complicate the facts. I can't read Harry Potter cause they're worshipping false gods and that. And Dumbledore's a poofter, and that's bad cause it's not good. Morality is written there in simple white and black. I feel sorry for you heathens, got to think about all that. Good is good and evil's bad, and goats are good and pigs are crap. You'll find which one is which in the good book, cause it's good and it's a book and it's a book. Yeah, I had a cat, she gave birth to a litter. The kittens were adorable and they made my family laugh, but as they grew they started misbehaving. So I drowned the little fuckers in the bath. When the creatures in your care start being menacing.
yeah, okay. So I know where he's going there already. Yeah, the talking about the flood, I think. Yeah, if the creatures are bad, kill them all, everything, innocent, evil, doesn't matter. Flood, just drown them all. All right, let's back it up. That's hilarious. And his piano playing is excellent, as we already know from some of the other songs. Yeah, really, really good on the piano.
In the bath, when the creatures in your care start being menaces, the answers can be found right there in Genesis chapter 6 verse 5 to 7. Yeehaw! Swing your partner by the hand, have have a baby if you can. But if the voices in your head say to sacrifice your kid to satiate your loving God's fetish for dead baby blood, it's simple faith the book demands. So raise that knife up in your hands. Before the good book made us good, there was no good way to know if a thing was good or not that good, or kind of touch and go. So God decided he'd give writing allegoric prose a go. And so he wrote a book, and it was generally well received. The Telegraph said this god is reminiscent of the Norse. The Times said kind of turgid, but I like the bit with horses. The Mail said lots of massacres, a violent tour de force. If you only read one book this year, then this one is a book, and it is good, and it's a book. Yeehaw! Swing your daughter by the hand, but if she gets raped by a man and refuses then to marry him, stone her to death.
I'm not sure that's in that book, but it is in a religious text, for sure. Yeah, really. He touches on some very dark things, God commanding to kill your son. I mean, he backed off of that one, but nevertheless, and of course, the flood, and now this absolutely disgusting fact of religion. All right, let's keep going.
Stone her to death.
Oh my God.
If you just close your eyes and block your ears to the accumulated knowledge of the last 2,000 years, then morally, guess what? You're off the hook. And thank Christ you only have to read one book. Just because the book's contents were written generations hence by hairy desert-dwelling gents squatting in their dusty tents. Just because what heaven said was said before they'd leavened bread. Just because Jesus couldn't read doesn't mean that we should need when manipulating human genes to alleviate pain or fight disease. When deciding whether it's wrong or right to help the dying let go of life, or to stop a pregnancy when it's just a tiny blastocyst, there's no reason why we should take a look at any other book but the good book, cause it's good and it's a book, and it's a book, and it's quite good.
Oh,
Whoa. That's fine.
it's hilarious.
If good is good and evil's bad and kids get killed when God gets mad, you better take a good look at the good book.
Little final touch with his toe there. Let me back it up. There we go. Tim Minchin, he's hilarious, and even when he's touching on some very difficult, to me, they're dark subjects. I just don't understand why people don't see it as a problem. But each to his or her own, and all the other pronouns that you want. I don't mind, whatever whatever applies. Yeah, I think, and then the argument is everyone can have their own beliefs, and I think that's true to a point. But then again, if you believe in stoning people, I think I have an issue with that. If you believe in drowning people, I think I have an issue with that. So there is a line. There must be a line somewhere. But nevertheless, this was hilarious. He's very funny, even when he's touching on these complicated issues. And abortion, of course, uh, is a primary issue, again, because of the reversal in the United States, and many of the states are moving backwards to a certain extent. Whether you agree or disagree, or whether wherever your feelings are, I still think that there is an argument that that's a backwards move. There are other things that could be done that would be more constructive and more helpful, I think, probably. But that's just my not so humble opinion, maybe. I really love Tim. His piano playing is excellent. His voice is good, and then his comedy is stellar. Yeah, I think even if you are a Christian or a believer, I think you can get the comedy. I think you can get the humor out of that. You may disagree with, you know, his comments, but I think you can still get the humor. I hope so anyway. I hope you can. Humor can be very helpful in healing and and can help move us forward, which I'm guessing was the goal in using humor to touch on these topics. All right, that's it from me. Let me know what else you'd like to hear, either from Tim Minchin or anyone else. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.